Hi, my name is Joe Pompei, and I'm going to demonstrate to you today how you install one of our stained glass windows into an Andersen CTC series window. First thing you're going to notice is that there are two moldings that are sitting up against the insulated glass. The first molding is a glass stop that holds the insulated glass in place. The second molding is more decorative. That's going to be removed because we're going to set the stained glass up against the glass stop. First thing you'll notice is that it may be painted or pre-stained. It'll be a little bit more difficult to remove if your window has been painted or stained. If it's out of the box, chances are this is going to be loose. So let's assume yours is painted in place. First thing you're going to need to do is take a utility knife, and you're going to need to cut the paint bead around the outside edge and along the inside edge. Chances are it's been nailed in place. You're going to need a nail set. You're going to need to find the nailed holes, and then you're going to take your nail set and you're going to basically push the nail through so that the molding can be removed. So let's assume we've done those steps and the molding can be removed. So we start by taking the bottom piece off first. That lifts off, and we'll put that aside. Take the top piece off. Make sure your glass is clean and free of dust. Once you've done that, the next step is to put the stained glass into the window. So let me do that. If you have a larger unit, this is a CTC-2. If you have a CTC-3, you probably could use a second pair of hands to do this. So stained glass is in place. Try to center it from the two sides. This needs to come over just a little bit. There. So that's centered now. Next step is to put the top piece back in place. So let me grab that. And we'll put this in place. Now, rather than nailing this back in place, I would recommend that you use a screw. Pre-drill it and then screw it in place. What might happen is somewhere down the line you might get some airborne contaminants behind the stained glass and need to remove the panel and clean it. Certainly, if it's screwed in place, it'll be that much easier to remove. So let me just grab my drill and I will attach one side and then the second side. Your window may be shipped with shims that need to go underneath the bottom rail of the stained glass. If that's the case, you want to take some type of a simple putty knife. And at this point, stick it underneath the bottom rail where a lead joint is and gently lift the glass, slide the shim in place. Typically, you'll have either one long shim or 3 or 4 short shims. That'll be with your installation information in your specific order. So this one doesn't need to be shimmed, so next step is just to put the bottom rail on, which I will do now. I'm only using one screw in the center because this is one of our display units and I often remove it to demonstrate to local customers how easy this is done. So put maybe 2 other screws, 3 in the bottom, screw them in place, and you're done. As time goes on, when you receive this, certainly if either you or your contractor have any questions, feel free to call me. Joe Pompei, 781-395-8867. Thank you and good luck.